in Pacific Institute of Technology, and today I'm going to share a very beautiful topic that will really help you in your life. And this topic is emotional intelligence. If you have a question during the session, you can raise your hand, ask me questions. I would love to answer your questions. And these are the topics I will cover today. The first about the emotions and the moods. What are emotions and the moods? I will discuss about the definitions and the different types and the functions of emotions and the moods. And then I will discuss what is then emotional intelligence. And if I talk about the success of the people in the real life, that depends on the emotional intelligence. How intelligent you are emotionally. Next please. And then we will discuss a couple of competencies and the skills which are relevant or linked or associated with the emotional intelligence. Next please. I have told you before, you can ask me question anytime. Next please. So let me first start with a very short case study, and you have to just read it out, and at the end there is a problem. You have to let me know what the reason behind that problem. Take for example Mr. Zubair, who was intelligent, physically fit, had an MBA with the 90%, 92% marks. He was hired by a top ranking company in one industry. He was a marketing manager. But after just a few months on the job, he was failing and company management was ready to fire that person. I don't know what happened, but you can let me know what is your guess. What happened? The guy who was physically fit, the guy who was intelligent, the guy who secured the 90+% marks. Why? What happened? Why organization has decided to fire that person? Guess.
Overconfidence.
Overconfidence? Ismanu?
Lack of goals.
Lack of goals?
Let me think.
Let me think. Okay.
Let me think.
Okay, you are thinking. Okay. Yes, Miss Fatma? Then what's your idea? A person who joined a company, who was, intelligent, who secured above 90% marks, but he failed.
Overconfidence.
Maybe overconfidence.
He got bored.
Maybe got bored. Sadik, what do you think?
Maybe he has no time to execute his education.
Maybe not execute. Okay, sir. आपका क्या ख्याल है सर?
Overconfidence.
Okay, Franz, what do you think?
Overconfidence.
Overconfidence. Let's move to the next slide. Why did he fail? We will discuss now. The answer is emotional intelligence. That did not fit the job because he was non-assertive. Non-assertive means wherever he or she is supposed to speak, he or she is supposed to just keep and quiet. Not assertive. Not talks about his own rights. For example, at this point of time, I feel thirsty and I need water. If I don't ask somebody, please bring water for me, so it means I am not assertive. If there is a prayer time and I should go for the prayer, but I am in the meeting and I am unable to talk to my manager. There is a prayer time, I have to go for the prayer. So it means I am not assertive. So a person who does not think about his own rights and does not talk about, so that's we say that's non-assertive person. He was non-assertive, indecisive, too tolerant. कोई भी जो बोल रहा है बर्दाश्त किए जा रहे हैं, अपनी बात नहीं कर रहा है. Too tolerant, poor communicator, poor manager, and could not face problems as they appeared. So as a result, his subordinates, उन्होंने क्या किया? His subordinates did a poor job of marketing the product and serving the customers. So organization was not in the phase to get the job, get the target, get the goals. So they decided to fire that person. So it means somebody has to be emotionally intelligent, right? And what are the different types of the emotions I will discuss, and what is the difference between the emotions and the moods, we will let you know. Next please. Now look at this, this lady. I don't know what is emotions and the moods. Emotions, what do you think? How can we define emotions?
Behavior.
So it's behavior, Zan, emotions क्या है?
Behaviors.
Behaviors. Behavior. Feelings. Yeah, that's the right word, huh?
Effect of the environment.
Okay. So if I simply say emotions are feelings. आज मेरा mood बड़ा खराब है. What I'm talking about, my emotions, feelings. So emotions, feelings. Moods, feelings. But again, there is a difference between emotions and the moods. So what is that difference? I will let you know. But both emotions and the moods are feelings. Next, please. And now look at this picture. Now you can identify the different feelings of the different people. So let me say these are the emotions and some faces. For example, what this child is doing? Crying. Feelings, emotions, and what this lady is? Astonished, shocked, yes, and smiley face. And ये तो घर से तंग हो गई है, पता नहीं क्या होगा. And look at this picture. Look, so there are the different faces. What do you think, my dear? In the life, what happens? When you come across with the different people, you have to read the faces. And not only reading the faces, but just to grasp, understand, comprehend what is inside. If somebody who is happy, it means there is something. If somebody who is from the facial expressions, so it means there is something inside. So the facial expressions we can consider as the index of the mind. जो यहाँ पे है वो चेहरे पे है, जो दिल में है वो चेहरे पे है. So that's why it's very important to read the faces, to read the emotions of the people. Next slide please, I will let you know what is that. So आपने ऐसे सुना भी होगा. ये तो मैंने शक्ल दिखाई. Someday people they do speak like she is so sensitive and he is always nagging others. He is jealous of his colleagues. He takes everything too personally. My boss is always hostile mood. So what do you think what I'm talking about? These all are the emotions. These all are the feelings. Next slide. That will help you to understand more. And here I can show you these are the different types of the emotions. Maybe anger, maybe love, shame, fear, enjoyment, sadness, surprise. So all are the 6 blends of the emotions. But in the real life, people they do speak different words for the different emotions. Take for example for anger, fury, resentment, annoyance, hostility. And for the enjoyment, happiness, feelings, joy, feeling, relief, feeling, contentment or pleasure feelings. So these are the different emotions. Now moving to the next slide, that will help you to understand. Please put my phone on the silent mode. And there are 2 different emotions. Maybe the positive or maybe the negative. If there is Mr. Abdul Ghaffar. Okay, so there is positive and the negative emotions. So negative like anger, sadness, fear, love and joy. So we can divide the emotions into 2 sections. Emotions are positive and emotions are negative emotions. Next slide will help you.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
You show this in this slide, sadness is negative.
Okay.
Sometimes it may be positive emotion.
Yes, sometimes it may be positive, but you know when somebody who is sad, what do you think? That person can be productive? For example, I'm sad. That may be different words, are they? Maybe anxious.
Yeah.
Maybe you know there is a fear. So that is something else. But this sadness is negative. I'm sad today. If I'm sad, it means I'm not able to exert my efforts towards the positive side. So that is the sadness that's we put on the negative side. Next, please. Now look at this. We make decisions in life. We make decisions in organizational life, we make decisions in our personal life. So all the decisions are based on emotions, on feelings, on thinking. Why you did that? Sir, I think, I thought, I feel. So feeling, thinking, all are the emotions, and your decision in your life always based on your feelings and thinking. Right? So it means it is very important to understand the emotions, to understand the feelings of others, to understand the thinking part of the people, to make the rational, accurate, appropriate decision in life. Maybe for organizational activities, or maybe for social relationship, or maybe for personal understandings. Next please. Emotions are necessary. Okay, now we can divide, we can talk about the difference between emotions and the moods. Emotions and the mood, so that defined as the broad range of feelings people experience. You receive a phone call from somebody, you feel, oh, happy, thank you very much. And maybe sometimes you receive a phone call, nahin, ye nahi ho sakta. Sometimes you receive good news, sometimes you receive bad news. So you show experience. Sometimes maybe somebody who hits the car from the backside, and you feel, oh, what happened? What this nonsense? Don't you know how to drive a car? So emotions and the moods. And the moment something happened in the morning, but the moment you reach at office, maybe around 12 o'clock, midday, you feel very sad. Somebody comes and asks, Sir, khairiyat hai? What happened? Because in the morning, when somebody who hits the car, so that was feelings, but with the higher magnitude, with the higher intensity, with the high level of severity. But now severity is less, but the person's mood is not very good. So emotions and mood, so let me say once again, both are feelings. Next slide. Now what is the difference then if both are feelings? So the difference is very simple. If you go to the next slide, one more click please, then I will come back once again to these. One more slide please, Miss Fatma. अगली slide पे जाइएगा. One more click please. One more click please. Next slide पे ही जाना है आपने. Now go back please. Go back please. Go back. One more click please. One more. One more. Okay. Now emotions are the feelings which are highly intense. Emotions क्या है? Definition क्या होगी? Emotions are the feelings which are highly intense. Number one. Number two, very brief in duration. Emotions are highly intense feelings, but for the short period of time. Somebody called me in the morning, Khalid, you are coming to Karachi because you are being promoted. Then I was very happy. And I was, screaming like anything. I was, just, oh my goodness, thanks God. So, but it remained for a couple of seconds. But the whole day I was happy. But the highly intense feeling was in the morning. So that is called emotions. And then ultimately emotions are turned into moods. So both are feeling. Number one. Number two, emotions are for specific and the numerous in nature. Specific emotions. बड़ा खुश था, बड़ा नाराज था, बड़ा गुस्से में था, बड़ा गमगीन था, बड़ा डरा हुआ था. So these are the specific we can understand. Another one, distinct facial expressions and action oriented. ये कुछ करेगा, बड़े गुस्से में है वो है. Emotions are highly intense. But on the other side, the moods, these are longer than emotions. आज खुशी की खबर मिले सारा दिन खुश गुजरता है. Longer period of time. You receive a bad news today and the whole day you will feel sad. वो longer period है. And general in nature, no distinctive expressions. पता नहीं चलता mood में कि इसकी reason क्या होगी. Then cognitive in nature. Cognitive mean that is inside. Let me be more speedy. Next slide पे जाइएगा Miss Fatma. Thank you very much. You are doing good job for me. Okay, leave this. I can move to another slide, please. Okay. Now we can say at this point there are the different stages of emotions and emotions. First one is the subjective feelings that comes from inside. I feel happy. I feel satisfied. I feel contented. I feel motivated. I feel excited. So these all are internal feelings. And other one is physical response. If you are happy from inside, what do you think? चेहरे पर नजर नहीं आएगा. If you are not happy, you are sad from inside, what do you think? आपको बाहर नजर नहीं आएगा. बच्चे के लिए दिल से प्यार निकलता है तो बच्चे को उठा के चूमते हो ना यार. जेम्स रसल तो यही तो बोलते हैं कि जो आपका जज्बा है, इमोशंस है, फीलिंग्स है, वो आपके अमल में, एक्शंस में नजर आता है. So when you receive good news, you start. When you win the cricket match, you start like this. We have won. It means feelings, that is the internal part, and physical response is the external part, and ultimately it will lead to you to the behavior that is expressive behavior. Next slide पे मैं आपको बताने जा रहा हूँ. When a person has a strong emotions, many bodily changes occurs. Body में change आती है. आपने देखा होगा ना कि लोग बात कर रहे होते हैं blushing, पसीना निकला, sweating, emotions I'm talking about. Distinctive facial expression, posture, नजर आ रहा है यार कुछ करेगा मेरे नाल आज, ये लड़ेगा आज. Another one, increased heartbeat. दिल भी धक धक, स्पीड इसकी, पल्स रेट बढ़ जाएगी, राइज इन द ब्लड प्रेशर एंड डायलेशन ऑफ द प्यूपल्स। इसका मतलब क्या है? आमिर इधर आंखें फाड़ फाड़ के क्यों देख रही हैं? आंखें फाड़ फाड़ के देखने का मतलब होता है डायलेशन ऑफ प्यूपल्स, ये फैल जाती है उसके अंदर। नेक्स्ट प्लीज, आप लोगों को मेरे साथ चलना होगा। Leave this slide, come to the next slide. We can discuss one more, please. Please leave this also. Okay. Now, what is intelligence? Are you familiar now about emotions?
Yes.
Emotions are feelings. And if feelings are highly intense, then it is called emotions. If it is less intense, then it is mood. And our topic is emotional intelligence. And then what is emotional? We discuss emotions, and now we will discuss the intelligence. What is intelligence? So intelligence के बारे में बोलते हैं कि intelligence is a hypothetical construct, यानी आसान भाषा में ये एक मफरूजा है, फर्ज किया है कि क्या होती है। It is the capacity of the individual to act purposefully. What I am doing here, I am here with some purpose because I have been enrolled in Australian accredited qualification, and I have a 7 or 8 days 9 to 9 face-to-face training from my trainer, from my supervisor. Now this is the requirement of my that qualification, because upon the finishing of this qualification in Pakistan, I would become Australian qualified accredited trainer, right? So that's why I'm here with a purpose. So that is emotional, that is called intelligence. Think rationally and to deal effectively with his environment. Emotional intelligence. For example, if there is a hot, यार AC चला दो. If there is if you catch cold, it means यार जरा heater चला दो, ठंड लग रही है. Because you deal effectively with the environment. Next please. हाँ तक हो चुका है. Wow. Next slide जाएगा. Be fast. Leave this. Let me directly move to this very beautiful picture. Okay. Leave here. So intelligence means first one is the verbal comprehension. Verbal comprehension, रोको मत जाने दो, क्या समझेंगे आप इससे? रोको मत जाने दो, रोको मत जाने दो. It means we are talking about what you understand, comprehension, what you listen, what you read, what you understand, comprehend. So that is a verbal comprehension. Second, associative memory. So these are the different intelligence. So let me just talk about the second last, that is a spatial visualization. Spatial visualization means sometime in your family, your friends, brothers, sister, relatives, they do visit, they do come, and the moment they leave, they give you some advice. I'm lucky in that sense very much, because my sisters used to visit my place. जाते हुए बोलेंगी भाई साहब ये यहाँ से फ्रिज उठा के ना उस तरफ करे तो जगह खुल जाएगी. बेड चेंज कर ले, फ्रिज इधर कर ले, मशीन उधर कर ले. Why? Because of this intelligence about the spatial visualization. जैसे like you know the multi-wheeler driver, उसको टेल नजर नहीं आती, पायलट को टेल नजर नहीं आती, but they know how to manage. So that is because of this intelligence, which is called emotional intelligence, but this is intelligence. Next please. One more click please. One more click please. Time is, oh yes, oh I love this slide. This is the crux of the whole presentation of this emotional intelligence. Look at this now. So this is the thinking part. And thinking. दिल कभी नहीं सोचता. लोग बोल रहे दिल ये कहता है, मेरा दिल सोचता है, और बाबा दिल का काम सिर्फ ब्लड को पंप करना है. So God has given you, or God has blessed you with your thinking. So that is your, so we say thinking part, and here we have
Emotional.
heart parts. दिल का और दिमाग का मसला है. कुछ लोग दिल से काम लेते हैं, कुछ दिमाग से काम लेते हैं. But in the real life what happens? So you get hired because of your IQ. IQ से वाकिफ होंगे आप लोग. IQ and EQ. IQ is all about the intelligence, which is intelligent quotient. IQ. But here is emotional quotient, which is the EQ. So that is the head part of the feeling part.
So what's the meaning of quotient?
Quotient meaning I don't know what's the real meaning, but we need to go Google करके देखते हैं what does quotient mean. Okay, so the thinking part, yani IQ part that can get you hired in the organization. Maybe your qualification, maybe your certificates, maybe your degrees, maybe your all experience. That is your thinking part. That is to prove to the universe कि मैंने ये किया है, company में आ जाओगे. But the moment you are supposed to interact with others and you are unable to manage, then you will be fired. So it means आपने कंपनी में आना है तो इससे ये चाहिए आपको. But if you are supposed to stay in the company, then what do you need? Then you have to have this feeling part, mean the emotional quotient. यानी आप दूसरों के emotions को understand करेंगे, you will change accordingly then. कि इसके emotions क्या है? For example, if when you look at the face of the boss and boss is angry, so how come you know? Because you read the face of your boss and facial expressions tell you he is angry, then you don't talk about your problems. It means you are emotionally intelligent, right? So that is why we are talking about. So which one is important in the life?
EQ.
Huh? EQ is important, but don't forget this is also important. So there are the two knowledge. One is academic knowledge. So this is all about academic knowledge, and another one is about spiritual knowledge. And this EQ is all about spiritual knowledge. And you know, my dear, this your academic knowledge can help you to prove to the universe, prove to the society, prove to the people. And this emotional, this academic knowledge can inform you. This academic knowledge can let you know about the living style, कपड़े कौन से पहनने हैं और बालों का स्टाइल कौन सा बनाना है, तो वो आपको वहाँ सिखाएगा. But the spiritual knowledge, this emotional intelligence will transform you, will improve, will give you the quality, will give you the real living. Not the lifestyle, but the real living. So we can have from the emotional quotient or the EQ. Next slide, please. I can let you know. So the 80% is important. 80% चाहिए आपको emotional intelligence. और 20% सक्सेस में आपको आपका IQ काम देता है. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आप आते हो because of your documents. Sir, I have done my MBA, my MPhil or PhD. You get the job. Very good. Thank you very much. We welcome you. But the moment you start interacting with people, the moment you start with discussing with others, फिर पता चलता है कि पानी कितना गहरा है. So that is called emotional intelligence. So the rest of the success is depending on emotional quotient. Got my point? Yes. Next slide, please. आइएगा उसमें. Look at this picture. What this picture is? These are the basically results. I have tried to put this in this pictorial way. So emotional quotient is all about 180% and the जो नजर आने वाला है वो सिर्फ आपका 20% है. तो ज्यादा फोकस आपको स्टडी में नहीं करना, आपको इमोशनल क्वोशिएंट के ऊपर, अपने EQ के ऊपर करना है कि how strong, how emotionally intelligent you are and how successful you will be. So there is a correlation between these two. Next slide, please. Fatma, thank you very much. So I now talk about the emotional intelligence. मैंने दो चीजें आपको बताई. One emotions, second intelligence. Now I'm going to attach or integrate these two. Miss Mahnoor, is there any question?
How to improve EQ?
How to improve EQ? Wow, I need from you. Huh?
By not studying.
By not studying, no. Because as I told you, to enter into the business world, corporate world, you need documents. You need degrees. So you cannot ignore them. But to stay, to be successful, then emotional quotient, emotional intelligence is important. Okay, so now this guy is the Daniel Goleman. Daniel Goleman, who was a scholar who has written this book on the same topic, which is emotional intelligence. So what this guy says, emotional intelligence refers to the capacity of recognizing your own feelings. मुझे पता हो कि मैं कब खुश होता हूँ, किस बात पे खुश होता हूँ, किस बात से मुझे नाराजगी होती है, क्या मुझे परेशान करती है. So first I should realize myself. I should recognize, acknowledge my feelings. मुझे कौन सी बातें परेशान करती हैं in the organization, maybe the time, maybe the deadlines, maybe the pressure, maybe the individuals, maybe the unexpected visitors. So I should first recognize कि मुझे परेशान क्या करता है, मेरे घर में मुझे परेशान क्या करता है, मेरे ऑफिस में मुझे क्या चीजें परेशान करती है. मैंने घर की बात की ना, फातिमा started smiling.
It's a long list.
It's a long list, yes. And first one is recognize your own feelings. Number 2, and the feelings of others. अपनी भी दूसरों की feelings भी. And for motivating ourselves, for managing emotions well in ourselves, in our relationship. If, my dear, we are strong in our emotional intelligence, then we can develop good relations with others, and also we can keep ourselves happy, satisfied, relaxed in our relationship. And the relationship are very important in the life. I was just watching a video a couple of hours before, and the lady who was having the age of 100 plus, and the study was carried out for many years, and interesting results I have found. Yes, interesting results. The length of your life, the years of your life, good years of life depends on the relationship. If you have not the exercise contributes only 3%, and the good diet contributes not more than 7-8%, but the 90+% contribution of that is the relationship, right? So relationship are very important in that sense. Sir, please come.
Only 6 minutes remaining.
Okay. Have a seat, sir. We will give you, sir, please.
No.
These are our, please come.
Please come.
These are our new students, new learners. Let me welcome both of you. My name is KJAN, and I was talking about emotional intelligence. That's the topic to succeed in the life. And we have almost in the middle of that, another about to finish. And if you have any question, I will let you know. So we were talking about the importance of emotional intelligence. So in life, what is important? How intelligent you are emotionally. Right? So what are the emotions we discuss? Intelligence we discuss. Now we are in the mood to integrate. Next slide, please. One more click, please. Okay. Now these are the, one more click, please. These are the 4 different factors of emotional intelligence. And I will finish after 5 minutes. And these are the major factors of emotional intelligence. First one is perception of emotions. Sometimes people, they don't understand what this guy is thinking or feeling, what Zan is thinking or feeling. So I don't know sometimes what my mother, father, brother, sister, wife or teacher or boss feels. I don't know. So it means I'm not emotionally intelligent. So what you have to do is, first you have to focus on the real perception of the feelings. मैं चेहरा पढ़ूं बता दूं कि ये फातिमा क्या सोच रही है, ये real feelings क्या है, अब्दुल गफार क्या सोच रहे हैं, real feelings क्या है. Okay, another one, ability to reason using emotions. One is the perception, and second, what could be the reason behind? Why Zan is happy? मैं चेहरा देखूंगा, बता दूंगा कि जैन का प्रॉब्लम क्या है, जैन की इस अच्छे मुस्कुराते चेहरे के पीछे क्या वजह है, मैं बता दूंगा. बिकॉज आई एम अ सोशल साइंटिस्ट. Why I am social scientist? Because I am strong in perceiving emotions. अभी मिस सुमेरा कैसे चेयर घुमा रही है, तो उनके चेहरे के फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस मैं बता सकता हूँ क्या सोच रही है अभी. And the third one is ability to understand emotions. Perceive, reason, then understand. That's the third one. And the fourth one is ability to manage the emotions. Ability to manage the emotions mean you should know when to fight. You should know when to fly. You should know when to sleep. You should know when to speak. You should know when to quiet. So that is emotional intelligence. And for example, if I start fighting with this group of people, if I, for example, I talk something nonsense, and these are 5, and what do you think? Should I be ready to fight? No, because they are 5. So I should not do that. It means I have to be emotionally intelligent according to the scenario, situation, people, and the current environment. So that is the ability to manage emotions.
Mostly emotions नहीं कर सकते manage emotions को.
Yeah, so when people, they are unable to manage the emotions, then what happens? Then ultimately lead to the negative consequences. Negative consequences. So my dear, Charlie has said, if you want to get something done, then your smiley face can work well. Very rare chances you may need the weapon to get something done. Otherwise, your smiley face, your emotional intelligence, perception of emotions, and understanding the reasons behind, and understanding of the emotions, and how you manage your emotions, that will change your life. So my dear, try to understand, try to perceive, try to acknowledge the emotions. Right? Thank you very much. If there is a question, I am here to answer. Any question? Miss, you have a question?
No questions, huh?
Yes, beta, any question?
That's it, yeah.
Okay, then let's clap for everybody. Thank you.